Good. I'm gonna leave links to everything that I purchased in the description below, so that way if you're interested in buying the stuff that I'm using on a budget, you can go and find this stuff either online at Harbor Freight, or maybe you can compare prices on Amazon or something and find something even cheaper. I'm not sure, or like a Craigslist or something. But Harbor Freight had this belt sander. You know, Harbor Freight has good stuff, but at the same time, their stuff is pretty cheap. So I don't know. It may be good for 1 or 2 times. Not sure. I don't know. But anyway, we're gonna get into it. All right, guys. So this is the stuff that I picked up from Harbor Freight. This is the belt sander that I picked up for 55 bucks. I'm gonna have a link to this in the description below. I also got some some 80 grit and some 120 grit. These are for the belt sander as well, obviously. I got some angle grinder, 1/4 inch stuff, and then actually this is like a 16th or something. Yeah, this is 1/16 thick, and then this is I think this is a 1/4 inch. Yeah, and then we're gonna make a knife out of this. So I mean, it's pretty long. I think that we can make something pretty nice out of that. Something else that I picked up at the Harbor Freight was this baby. I picked up this little baby. No, I didn't buy you at Harbor Freight. Little Axel. My son is gonna help me out with this project, right, Bubba? So yeah, guys, this is a couple of the things that we picked up at Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight is notorious for having cheap stuff in price and also value. So we'll see how good this thing is. Could be great, could be garbage, don't know. But we'll find out. Anyway, we're at the movie right now. We're gonna come watch a movie. Axel has been dying to see some movies. So we're gonna watch something here, don't know what just yet. Then we're gonna get to the knife. So stay tuned, guys. All right, guys, so we made it back to the house and we actually stopped at the movie. And I don't know if you've ever seen Skyscraper, but if you haven't, go see it. Not a sponsor. Really good movie though. Anyway, so we're just gonna jump right into it. This is the belt sander that I picked up at Harbor Freight for 55 bucks. I also got some belts. I got 120 grit and the 80 grit. This is some 1/16 of an inch cutting wheels, and then this is gonna be a 1/4 inch cutting wheel. But this one's gonna be really more for getting down the pieces and smoothing them out. And then we talked about it, but this is gonna be the pry bar, and this pry bar is gonna be turned into a knife. Hopefully, this is what we're hoping for. So I mean, I don't know exactly how this is gonna be, but it's obviously a big, thick piece of metal, and it's pretty thick enough to definitely be a knife. So we'll see how it turns out. Uh-oh, looks like she found a knife that she likes. Let's see.
I don't think I can.
Just try your best. Don't really worry about the handle too much, because we're gonna wrap that with twine with power cord. We're gonna wrap that part with our power cord, but just get like a, mainly just worry about the blade, okay?
How long do you want it?
The whole length. All right, so we got a basic shape how we're gonna cut this thing. We got the bandsaw set up and the angle grinder or mini grinder set up with a fresh cutting blade. So let's get started. So we're gonna take it over to the bandsaw, and 2 things. We're gonna see how good this Harbor Freight bandsaw is, and secondly, we're gonna try and work out some of these imperfections that I don't like, okay? Let's focus in over here. It's kind of the shape that I like. I think that this is still a little bit too high, and I would like to maybe cut this down a little bit here in the front. Maybe cut the tip off. Something that I will say about the bandsaw is that you can definitely tell that it's cheap. I mean, right away. It stopped once while I was putting a bit too much pressure, I guess, and it just stopped. So, you know, they have this adjustment here to where you can tighten down. You can tighten down that, and I mean, I thought I had it all the way pressed down. I guess I didn't. So I mean, we'll try it again and see if it makes any difference. But it's definitely a $55 machine. Keep that in mind. If you want to make a knife, I mean, it's making the knife. We're making a knife right now with these machines. So this is everything from Harbor Freight. This is not the most, you know, productive way of making it, not the fastest way of making it, but with these machines, you can make a knife. So far, we're doing it. I mean, we've only used it, and I don't know if I mentioned this before. This is from Harbor Freight as well. This is a Porter cable. Actually, this might have been from Home Depot. Not sure. Very cheap, under 20 bucks for sure. Like, really, really cheap stuff that I'm working with here. And I've had this one for a very, very long time. So keep that in mind. We're making a knife, but we're making it with very, very little money. Okay. Our real setup could get into the thousands of dollars. I mean, we're going under 100 bucks right now to try and make you a knife. And this is not, don't think of it as, you know, we're making one knife for 100 bucks. No, because you could buy a knife for under 100 bucks. That's way better than a knife that most of them can make. But you can keep on making knives, and not just knives. You can make different things with these tools. So that's what we're doing. And this is my honest review so far. Not great, but it's getting the job done. And we'll see how this turns out. I mean, right now I'm kind of, I don't want to say doubtful, but I mean, I'm a little concerned, but I think that we definitely can make a knife out of this, okay? All right, so we kind of have a shape here, but I went ahead and made a little bit of adjustments. This is way too big of a point. I hope that you can agree with me. If not, well, it's fine, but I think that it's just too much. It looks like a rhinoceros or something, way too big nose, right? So I'm cutting it down a little bit. I like the kind of shape of the blade here at the front. I'm gonna cut it down and I'm gonna carve it back. Now here, I wanna round this part off. You know, I'm not an artist here and I don't really have good penmanship, but mostly I'm not an artist. I'm not good at drawing, okay? So we're gonna have to kind of use our imagination here to picture a knife. I wanna try and round this part off a little bit just so that way, if your hand is back here, that part doesn't poke your finger, right? I mean, if you're ever trying to cut or use it or anything like that, right? I don't know if this is the exact design I'm gonna use for the handle. That's kind of like a one finger hold, and then you got the other fingers back here holding it. That's okay. I may use that. I kind of like it a little bit, but that's what I'll do. Also, if you want to come a little closer, what I'll do is I want the blade to be kind of high. I think that I want the bevel on the blade to be like right here. Now, obviously, right now this doesn't matter. I just need to. I really just need to shape the knife. Still, we're still in the beginning stages of this knife, but I think that we can just draw it out just to have an idea. I am just so excited about the results of this thing. We're not even finished yet, but it is coming out so good. I've been sanding on it for a while now. How long? Like 30 minutes or 40 minutes?
40 minutes.
Yeah, at least. And it's got a pretty good edge on it. I mean, can you grab one side? See if we can show the people. Now, this is just tape, but what? This was a crowbar. Are you kidding me? Let's try it again. Hold that over there. Hold that over there. This is a thicker part of it. This was a crowbar, man. What? Come on. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed that we could build something and make something from this. I'm very happy with it so far. Next thing we're gonna do is just chop off this crowbar end because this is a knife, not a crowbar. Let's get going. Let's cut it off. All right, guys, so it's been quite a while and quite a journey in making this knife, and here it is. I'm so impressed with how this thing came out. I mean, absolutely gorgeous. It came out so nice. This was a pry bar, guys. This was a pry bar. There's still a lot that needs to be done to it. It's got a lot of little imperfections and scratches and everything. But for the most part, I mean, the shape of the knife is done. We got it shaped out. I got a little bit of a blade on it. It needs to be cut down some more into a nice, sharper blade. The bottom part is gonna be wrapped with power cord. So I'm not gonna be cleaning that up too much. It's gonna be covered anyway. I'm gonna clean up the behind the circle a little bit more because that's what's gonna be visible. But yeah, I mean, it's almost done. It's almost done. It's gonna take a lot more work to it, but I mean, that's very impressed. Very, very, very impressed with this knife. As you can tell, it did not keep the same shape as I had originally hoped, but it's okay. I mean, you know, like I said, it will evolve as you go, and that's definitely what happened here. The knife changed, and it was shaped one way or another, and I mean, end result is I'm still very happy with it. It's real nice, real sturdy. All right, guys, so I am all done. It has taken quite a while, but I'm very, very, very pleased with how this knife came out. Yes, this is the same knife. I didn't record any of the wrapping. I'm not very good at it. I may need to rewrap it again, but I polished it to try and get a mirror image, a mirror, you know, reflection or whatever you want to call it. As you can see me holding up the phone in the reflection of the blade. So I mean, who would have known that you could have made this from a crowbar? And with a cheap $50 belt sander, make a nice knife, dude. Pretty sweet. I mean, it's I'm so happy with this thing. I am so happy with this thing. Really, really, really pleased on the way that it came out. If you like this video, guys, please give me a thumbs up. And thank you so much for watching it. You watching this video changes it from me playing around in my garage talking to myself in a camera versus me talking to you guys and sharing my day with y'all. So thank you so much for watching the video, and if you liked it, leave a thumbs up, guys, and comment down below. Maybe I'll make another knife. And if you know, if you like watching these videos, maybe share them. So thank you, guys. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you have stuck around this long, I really appreciate it. I'm out.